Hi again, friends, and thanks for tuning into this video. In this video, we're going to go over a myofascial technique, release technique that I like to use, one of my favorites. We're going to be using the Rollga today. So what that is very much like a foam roller, but you can see that it has these little divots here. What I love about these divots is it cradles your bone, but then works the muscles alongside the bone. With a typical foam roller, it's just going to be straight, and it can put a lot of pressure on those bones and tendons and nerves that you don't want to put pressure on. Foam roller is still great, so if you don't have one of these, that's fine. You can still use your traditional foam roller at home. Today we're going to concentrate on low body myofascial release. So bring your foam roller or Rollga, and you're going to set it on the ground here. Next, you're going to lift up and you're going to put your tailbone right in the middle divot, if you have this Rollga, right in the middle divot here, so that tailbone rests comfortably in the middle. You're going to have your hands down behind you. We're going to be kind of at the very top of our glutes, at the very bottom of that low back. Now, you can keep your knees bent if you don't want as much pressure here, or you can straighten them out, or a combination of the two. So what you're going to do is we're going to roll back and forth, applying pressure to those glutes. Now, it may take you a few tries to find the perfect spot or perfect technique here, just depending on how much force you want to apply to these larger muscle groups. So we're just going back and forth. If there's a certain spot that you want to concentrate on, go right ahead and kind of put that pressure. You can roll it back and forth, or just direct pressure is just fine. We want to do these for about 30 seconds to a minute. Longer is okay. Okay, next we're going to take a look at those hamstrings. So, on those little two middle divots here, that's where your hamstrings are going to rest. I like to start this right above behind the knees, and we're going to roll back. You're going to have your hands out or on the floor, feet are out, and you're going to roll back and forth. Now, if you don't have great wrist strength, you're more than welcome to drop one foot and just concentrate on one leg at a time. That should relieve some pressure off those wrists. We're going to go nice and slow. All right, then we're going to bring the Rollga down towards your ankles. And we're going to lay our legs again into those little divots on the outside here. So my bone is being cradled in here. There's no pressure being applied on the actual bone, but I can feel the myofascial release. I can feel the massage happening on my calf muscles here. So we're going to bring this up, and we're going to go back and forth. Again, if you don't like that, step one foot down and then concentrate on one calf at a time. Now if you're concentrating on one calf at a time, then switch sides. Molly's coming to join us today. All right, to take a break from those wrists, we're going to get our hamstring muscles here. So we are going to start on our knees. Rollga is going to be in front of us. Again, we're going to place our femurs, our leg bones right here in these divots here. We scoot back. We're going to start kind of at the top of our knees. Now, I would go down into your forearms. This is just a little bit easier, takes that pressure off those wrists. And we're just going to glide down by the knees and then all the way up towards your pelvis. This is probably one of my favorite exercises. If you have dogs or children in the way, you can relate to this. A few more seconds here. Okay, so we're going to come back to our knees here. We're going to get the muscles of your shins. So we're going to place that lower leg in one of the divots and then the other. And same thing, we're going to be on our forearms. Excuse me, Molly. Excuse me, honey. If you can. And you're going to be straight out here. You're going to go to the bottom of your knees. And then you're just going to kind of shift forward. Now, it's okay if you don't go very far. You can always reposition and get some more of those lower ankles, or upper ankle muscles. Or if your pets won't let you go any further. Now, if this isn't very comfortable for you, then you can drop one knee down and just concentrate on one leg. With both legs up, it's kind of like we're doing a plank, a little added core exercise. So you may do it with one leg at a time, just like this. Molly, honey, can you go over here? Thanks, babe. Down. Switch sides if you haven't. And again, if you need that extra support, we're just kind of using this leg just as kind of a support during this exercise. All right, let's bring it in here. Next, we're going to do our IT band. So that muscle that comes right along the outside of our thighs here. Now this might be a little intense, so just bear with me and just take it one step at a time. All right, so let's bring our Rollga here. We're going to put our hip in the middle divot here. And then that leg is just going to be benched just for a moment here. The top leg we're going to bring in front of us. And then the bottom leg is going to be straight here. So make sure that our hips are nice and level. We're not leaning forward or back. We're right on top of each other here. And what you're going to do is you're going to gently roll forward and back. If you need to rearrange that to get some of those problem areas of your IT band, go right ahead. Try to roll with as much surface as you can. We're not going to go on our hip bone or where our insertion is for our hips. We're going to stay in this muscle group here. Of course, when doing any myofascial releases, it's important to warm up your muscles beforehand, creating more blood flow, getting those muscles nice and warm and relaxed. All right, gently we'll roll over to the other side. Again, placing that top leg nice and bent in front of you. Bottom leg is going to be straight. So again, aligning the hips, but they're not on the Rollga. Rearranging if you need. Just a few more seconds on this side. All right, slide on down. Next, we're going to get our feet. Now, there's kind of different stages when it comes to this. So if your feet are very tender, you're more than welcome just to sit and roll these back and forth on here. I like to go to the little kind of hump here in the middle of the Rollga, just digging into those arches of those feet. Now, if you need something a little bit more intense, then we'll stand up and do that, which we're going to do right now. We're going to place our foot again on the top of that bump, apply pressure, and we're just going to go slowly to our heels and to our toes. And there you have it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.